Hey everyone. So I recently found this book that is by someone that I trust and that I know knows what he's talking about. You know that I never do partnerships or sponsorships or anything like this. I wasn't paid to do this at all. It's a book by Forrest Brazil, who is the original creator of the Cloud Resume Challenge. And you know that I recommend that challenge to absolutely anybody and everybody who wants to get it into cloud computing. And he recently wrote a book about how to implement that project in Azure, GCP, and AWS. So there's versions for each one. But the book is also packed with additional resources, and I wanted to do just a quick review. Don't want to give too much of it away. Heads up, the book does cost, it's not free. It's 20 USD, which I personally think it's undervalued. And Forrest has also given us a discount code. So I believe it gives you 10% off. So if you want to grab it, you can get a little bit of a discount there with the code. I'm not making commission, and for my own version of the book, I purchased it because I believe in paying for great content, and I know this is great content. So, with all that being said, hi, I'm GPS, and welcome to a new video. Oh, I forgot. I'm vlogging today because I'm doing a day in the life. Y'all seem to enjoy those kinds of videos. So since this is part of my Friday, hi everyone. Hello, vlog. Alright, right off the bat, Forrest is an excellent illustrator, so I'm assuming this book might have some illustrations. I like that the Azure edition has a nice blue tint. Very cute. Now, I don't want to give too much of it away because this is paid content. But, I mean, the book has a price to it, not the video. But let's take a look at the table of contents. There's a lot in here. How to use this book, the greatest resume I've ever seen, cracking the cloud resume challenge, the challenge itself, a whole bunch of community resources, the challenge walkthrough. What I really like are these mods. Like, Forrest, I think this concept is amazing. And we'll dive into those a little bit more. I really, really like the stories, people who've actually implemented the challenge and have gone on to get roles in cloud. And I like these pulse reflects as well. It walks you through the challenge, and there's a bunch additional things outside of the challenge itself. So once the challenge is done, it talks to you about how to write a blog post about your challenge, like how to make the best out of it, how to make a blog that gets exposure, additional helpful resources for your blog there. And then it talks more about careers. What is a cloud job? What does a day in the life look like for a cloud engineer? Is there actually such a thing as as an entry-level cloud job? Getting unstuck, how to ask for help, things like that, right? Reading documentation, a whole bunch of things that a lot of people who are giving technical advice don't talk about these things, and I think it's super important. Forrest is someone who's been in the cloud computing space for years. He now works at Google Cloud. We previously worked together at A Cloud Guru. That's how I actually met him. He helped me write that blog post, how to study smarter for cloud certifications. He's just a fantastic guy. So as soon as I knew about this book, I was like, one, I have to buy this. Two, I have to share this because this is going to change some people's learning careers and some people's introductions to cloud computing. And you got to do it right. Talk about resume here, networking, and I really like this. Play the long game. Play the long game. It's a shortcut. Love it. Love it. And there's some acknowledgments too here. I know he said he mentioned me in it, so I switched my name. And the Azure Resume Challenge video tutorial, and my name isn't here, so I appreciate that, Forrest. Big shout out to you. And then I know he mentioned learn to cloud as well, the friends of the Cloud Resume Challenge. I am a friend of the Cloud Resume Challenge, and so is Learn to Cloud, Forrest. So I appreciate that title and the acknowledgement there too. And he's mentioned that we have a bunch of resources in here as well. This thing is packed. It's 200 pages. It's 20, I believe, USD, and there's a little bit of a discount using my code, but only 100 people can use the code. So if you're interested, take a look at that. I really like these mods, like I was saying. So for example, if we go to, let's go to that page that says how to use this book. How to use this book. It talks about how you have developer mods, DevOps mods, security mods, which are ways of adding on to your Cloud Resume Challenge with focuses and improvements in that specific area. So if we go into, for example, let's see, I don't know, let's find one of these. Let's go back to the table of contents, and let's go, for example, into there's got to be a mod here. So here, we'll click on this one. So this is under the building the API, DevOps mod, monitoring lizard, and essentially it tells you to go implement monitoring, and it gives you some steps on how to do that, which I just think is fantastic. So if you want to have a developer spin on your challenge, a DevOps spin on your challenge, a security spin on your challenge, like you'll have tips and tricks on how to do that. I think that's awesome. I really, really, really like the stories in here too. So for example, let's click on a story, right? Let's do the first one that we see here, Stacy's story, and it just says Stacy's story is from IT service desk. Shout out help desk, manager to cloud operations engineer. It talks about how long it took Stacy to do that, a bunch of questions and interview style, which I think is important, right? People like, you don't need me to tell you that this is a resource and this is a project that you should do. Even if you don't buy the book, the Cloud Resume Challenge is a project that you should do if you want to get into cloud. Don't take that from me. Take that from people who have done it, who have followed the advice and have landed jobs. Absolutely. I mean, that's all I really got to say here. Forrest, I have so much respect for you, and I always have, ever since I knew of who you were. And to the people who are watching this video, I just think I'm not one to do sponsorships, partnerships. You never see me saying, shout out to Squarespace or shout out to this random Coursera course or something like that. No, I don't plug things because I care about your attention. I care about you paying for quality content. I care about you figuring out the ways that you want to learn. And I don't want to ever push anything on anyone because I know everyone's individual journey is their individual journey. But this is just one of those resources that I'm like, I would be foolish to not just let you know about it. It's $20. You can do the challenge for free, of course. Go to code cloudresumechallenge.dev. The instructions, or the guidelines, not instructions, guidelines how to do the challenge is there. The full implementation on how to do the Azure version, I've done a video on it. I think it was 2 years ago. The actual code is on my GitHub. The actual project, the full entire project's on my GitHub. But I truly do believe for the career advice, the stories, the mods, the resume tips that are in here, the blog writing tips are in here, like $20 it's like 1 month of Netflix. It's like 2 Starbucks drinks. In New York, it's like 1 Starbucks drink. It's worth it. And there's a little bit of a discount with the code. Again, I'm not making any money off of anything. I paid for my own version of this book, so I can give y'all an honest opinion. Shout out to you, Forrest. Thank you for extending the discount code to us and to the Learn to Cloud community. And to everyone else, if you get the book, let me know what you think about it. I'll see you in the next video.